everybody. I have a lot of people who ask me about how I'm able to do so much, keep track of so much, and always just keep setting goals higher and higher for myself, but also being able to stick to those goals. So one thing that I really do attribute to helping me achieve so much this year and really stay on track is by creating a vision board. And there are many different ways to do this. And when I did this on December 31st of 2018, I sat down with my aunt, my boyfriend, and we all created one. And we didn't really have a plan or anything. We just kind of flipped through magazines and cut out pictures of things that we wanted to achieve in the new year, which obviously took a little bit of self-reflection, but some of it was just kind of things that we thought were inspirational. So today I have mine here with me right now. Move this out of the way, and I want to go over some of the components. And this is not like how to create a vision board, but I just want to say how I was able to manifest some of the things, what worked, what didn't work, but overall everything on here has pretty much come to light in some way, shape, or form. And if just looking at this can help you maybe create one for 2020, that would be great. Maybe I'll do a different video just showing you how you could create a vision board or stick to a vision board. But in all honesty, it was like such a helpful tool all year. I had it up on my wall in my room, so I was able to see it every day and really look at my goals and remember, hey, this is what I'm working towards this year. And if at the end of the year I can't look at this and think, wow, I accomplished a lot, or I accomplished a lot of my goals, made way towards them, then I need to do some revamping. But this year I'm really proud of the success that I've made. So to start, I guess I'm gonna go over the 2 words at the top. And again, there was like no rhyme or reason when I created this, but I just thought throughout 2018, that was when I won Miss Canada. I was working as a nurse. I worked at a bar as well. And some things that I lacked in my life were clarity, and discipline, because I just thought that life was kind of taking me by whatever occurred. I didn't really have a lot of structure. I was doing things with my title, I was working, but I didn't have like a long-term picture or goal. And so throughout 2019, I wanted to do more self-reflecting to get more clarity on my future, what my career would be like, what life would be like after I gave up my Miss Canada title. And I really do think that I've done that. I've had a lot of people come into my life and teach me a lot about who I could be and who I want to be. And a lot of girls come into my life to teach me what I could teach them and how beneficial my life and my knowledge and skills and experiences can help them. So that's just one way that I've gained clarity. And then discipline. And this is not only like physical discipline towards like fitness goals, but it's just discipline towards anything, because I wasn't taking steps to do much other than what I was already doing. And that was something that was really hindering me in achieving some goals. So some of the things that I wanted to be more disciplined towards were my physical goals, goals related to modeling, doing more preparation because I knew I was going to be competing internationally, but I wasn't taking the steps to compete internationally. So those are just a couple things that I really wanted to focus on. So 2 words throughout this whole year that I've been thinking about were discipline and clarity. And it didn't happen in any way, shape, or form. It was just like, am I being disciplined? Is this giving me clarity? Like, those were just some questions that I'd ask myself if opportunities came about and if I was having questions about things. And honestly, I don't think that these will be my 2 words next year, just because I really do think I've been able to harness them. There'll still be things that I think about, but I'm gonna definitely think about some new words that will help me kickstart the goals that I now have going into the next new year. All right, so now to look at some of the photos. I hosted a vision board workshop back in August with Tina Brigley, and she showed me a way to do a vision board where it's feng shui based. And in all honesty, it was kind of similar to what I did, because I grouped things together that I wanted to see. So I don't know if it's backwards right now, I really don't. But over here is like me in pageants. Here's like me in like calmness, clarity. Here's fitness related, and here's business related. They aren't in any sort of strategical feng shui order. They're just kind of what I thought looked nice at the time. And this is just more so like very collage, like definitely not maybe a traditional vision board, but it still helped me throughout the year. So I don't think that really mattered, and I enjoyed creating it. That was a lot of fun. And I guess I'll start up here, which is, you can see, I have start a business, speaking volumes, a point of view meant to be shared, and a picture of some people speaking. At the end of 2018, I went to a public speaking conference in Vancouver, Canada, and it was honestly so beneficial. I met so many people who were able to teach me about building a speaking business, coaching, and just learning about different courses. And I really wanted this to be something that I did more of, not only as a title holder, but outside of being a title holder. And within January, I started taking a public speaking course that I learned about from one of my friends. I gained a mentor and a coach because someone from that conference wanted to take me on as their own personal coaching client. And that was really beneficial to helping me create just a brand for myself and a name for myself outside of pageants as well. And although I haven't fully taken this on throughout the whole year, it's definitely, I've progressed more from when I started the year till now, as if I didn't do anything. And especially the last few months, I've been focused more on pageant and fitness and personal goals. This is still something that is on my radar, and I think it's going to take precedent probably throughout 2020. And I will say that one of the things that was up here was start a business. So I really didn't have any like functional goals with this. I just saw the words and I liked them, so I cut them out and pasted them on here. But one way that this manifested was through pageant coaching. On, I think it was the very first week of January, I had a friend tell me that she was competing in a pageant. She wanted to go to another level, the national pageant level, but she didn't know how. And she didn't think that if she did go, that she would be able to do well, and she really wanted help. And I said to her, okay, well, I don't really know like how I could help you, but let's create something together. Let's work together as much as we need, and let's see if my knowledge can help you. And then after 4 months of working together, she competed and placed top 5, which is so incredible for her, and I'm so happy. But that kind of stemmed my interest in pageant coaching. And from there, and also from the speaking course that I took, I was able to build a website, which I still use now at a very like minimal level. We're working on that as well in 2020, but I have now a website. I've coached over 5 clients. I just had my first girl win a pageant, which is so amazing. And in no way on December 31st, 2018, did I think that that would manifest as being a pageant coach. Like in no way, shape, or form. It just kind of happened, and I'm so glad that it did. And that'll also be something that I hope to grow within 2020, and hosting webinars and coaching sessions, and also having more one-on-one clients, but hopefully going more towards providing value to many girls at one time rather than just one girl at one time. So that's just something that I was able to do here. I've done a little bit of speaking outside of my pageant related goals. I hope to do a lot more. It's just that it's something that you have to really be, again, disciplined towards, because no one's knocking at your door telling you to come speak to their school or to their group, and it's really got to be the speaker going on the front and going and doing that themselves. And it's just not been my priority the last couple of months, but it's definitely something that's going to be revamped next year. So that was something that is represented here. And I guess we'll follow suit and go down this way. So I have words like best body, grit toned, there's a treadmill there, again, just random things I saw, a piece of salmon, love salmon, and just some girls working out. And I really wanted to go and show myself that I can physically be more capable than anything, and that my body can push farther than it ever had. And again, at this point, like, I didn't know if I could ever be Miss Best Body in any pageant, but I do truly think that I am at my best physical capacity, my best physical fitness, physique. It looks the best that it's ever been in my life. It is because I have been, again, disciplined, and I've been eating well and working out, but mostly because I've had a very good close friend, a coach and a mentor of mine who isn't on social media, but he's just someone who's really been like following me and helping me ever since the start of the year. We've been working together even before the start of the year to determine like what are my eating patterns and habits like, what can I do to just improve and hit these target areas that maybe I wasn't doing before. And we created a system, and we've gone up and down on some things, but it's mostly been a very good learning experience. And I now meal prep most of my meals. I was Before my pageant, I was doing like 2 workouts a day. I still love going to the gym. It's something that I just swung right back in after coming home from the Philippines, and I hope to still maintain my physique to some level. I'm obviously not doing 2 workouts a day, but I'm truly proud of like the definition I made. I feel like I still look defined, like even while wearing clothes on, and I'm just really proud. Not only that, something that I did not think that I would do is I ran a half marathon, which was inspired by my friend Carly. And next year I hope to run a full marathon at the Detroit Free Press Marathon. So it's just crazy that because I had this section put on my vision board, that it manifested in many different ways. And it will again be something that'll come with me into 2020, and I'm just excited to see what it will look like in a different way, in a different year. So just some random things that I have. I have a car, an Audi, which I obviously do not have right now, but what's funny is that my boyfriend Carlos bought an Audi this year, and I went with him to test drive Audis, and when he was done, I got a turn. So I think that's just a way that maybe that manifested, is because I got to test drive an Audi, and who knows, maybe this year I'll purchase one myself. Maybe it'll be in the next 5 years. I don't know, but I just thought I like that, and I thought that was pretty cool. I'll go into the middle. I have the word model, and I have a few women who empower me, who are some celebrities in society. I'll just go quickly because this is getting kind of long about ways that this manifested. I've had numerous women come into my life who have had a huge impact. In my Face of Beauty video, I mentioned that men have had a really big influence in my life, and that is so true. And I guess at the end of 2018, I really wanted to see more women in society come into my life and have an impact. Not that there's anything wrong with men, but I just wanted both genders to have a different aspect and different sense of leadership in my life. And I've had several female entrepreneurs in the area, business leaders, business owners come and impact my own life, and I'm very grateful for that because they still help me and I'm still able to ask them questions, and it's just a little bit more of a deeper connection being a female aspiring entrepreneur and being able to look to more female entrepreneurs in my area. So that's another thing. And who doesn't love Jennifer Aniston, Michelle Obama, Oprah? Yeah. And again, hoping to gain more mentors, leaders, and build my network in 2020. I had the word model, and again, at no point was I like, I want to be a model. I just really enjoyed doing photo shoots and runway shows. I wanted this to grow even more outside of pageantry, just it being me and myself in my daily life, having these connections. And I actually just signed with a Toronto modeling agency in September. Again, just something I never thought would happen, and it wasn't like a goal of mine. I just wanted it to be something that I work on and I stay in tune with throughout the year, and it legitimately happened, and I've been able to have several photo shoots and other bookings with them, and hoping to grow more in modeling and runway experience in 2020. So you just never know what you put on here, what is going to come out, and it doesn't mean that I put it on there and that's how it happened. No, it wasn't something that happened like that. It's just stuff to keep in mind, and then when you see it come about in your life, you're like, hey, that's something I'm interested in. But it's all about just being aware that you're interested. I have words like radiance, loving how you live, turning stress into positive energy, and just some really zen photos, which could represent like vacation and just relaxation, which I've definitely been able to do. I traveled to Europe and to Asia this year, and not only as a vacation, but as educational learning experiences. So I've been in some really beautiful places in the world. And also I wanted to increase my relationship with my emotional and mental self. I think that that's something that no matter what I'm trying to accomplish, that should always be the strongest. And I've had a little bit of issue with being consistent in that, and I hope to find more consistency with it as I progress into the new year. But it's just something that you always have to be on top of, because again, your mental health is never just going to be strong on accident. It's usually you learning and growing and nurturing it, that's why it's going to be so strong. And when you're mentally and emotionally strong, you just show up as a more, I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now, but you just show up as a better individual in your daily life, and your relationships are good. The way you're able to communicate and express yourself is so much stronger, and it just makes me feel I feel, again, a lot more clarity in my everyday life towards my goals. I feel better in my relationships. I feel better about myself when I'm doing things like meditating and journaling. However, I just haven't been as consistent doing these things. I've been consistently inconsistent doing them. But overall, I feel really great about myself, and that's what's important. And I know that there's always room to grow and to get an even stronger relationship with myself. So that'll be something, again, I continue to carry on into 2020. And then a couple other things that stuck out here. I had the words new look because I was just really uninspired by what I was presenting myself with being Miss Canada. I didn't know who I was and how I wanted to represent it in style, and I feel like that's really grown with me throughout this year. Again, having female mentors in the community, they've taught me that you don't have to, shop designer all the time. You don't have to, the person that I am, it's my business card. It is the person that I want to show up as, and that it's okay to purchase things and buy things that represent who I am, but also that I don't need to buy a new wardrobe every year. Like, that's just not always feasible, and that I can, shop on a budget, still look good, and still showcase my inner person, but it can just be done in many different ways. I guess that's what I'm trying to say here. So I definitely revamped my wardrobe, and I love the pieces that I have, and I'm going to continue carrying that into the new year as well at different appearances that I do. And then lastly, of course, I have a big version of my face here, which was on a magazine, in the Windsor Life magazine. And then I had the word Face of Beauty here, the Queen. I'm like choking myself here, the Queen. And that was, again, just to show that I wanted to be more disciplined in my preparation towards the Face of Beauty pageant at the international level. The first international pageant I competed in, I thought, I probably could have done more to prepare myself, and no doubt through every angle, every aspect, and every detail, I did that. And it was just through reminding myself every day that I wanted it and that I was willing to work hard to prepare myself in each aspect, so then that way, if I didn't win, I can still say that I prepared so much and I learned so much. And no doubt, everything that I did, I'm going to take with me into another competition, and maybe I will be the winner in that pageant, and that's completely okay. And one last thing that I'm going to speak about, because I thought that this was really cool. So again, mind you, December 31st, 2018, my boyfriend and I, we just decided, let's make vision boards. We got magazines, we had some treats, and we thought that would be a really fun way to end the new year and just kickstart our goals. But it wasn't like we wrote down our goals, we just kind of had them floating around. We talked about them a little bit, like nothing was structured. Like I said, I didn't anticipate starting a business. I didn't anticipate to become the best toned version of myself with my body that I had. It was just kind of like, oh, I want to put that, like, I want this, so I'll put it on my vision board in some way. And again, it wasn't like I wanted to sign with a modeling agency. I just thought, hey, that would be kind of cool if I got to do more modeling. So things just kind of happened because they were on my radar. And so one thing that I noticed after it happened was that I put on this picture of a smile, because at the beginning of this year, for those of you who do not know, my teeth did not look like this. And up until April, I think, I started going to a different dentist, and I asked him about veneers and putting caps over my teeth, because ever since I was younger, I had braces, and then when I got the braces off, my teeth separated, and my front teeth had a couple chips in them. So my smile was, I always still smiled in pictures, it just wasn't my favorite feature of myself. And I asked my previous dentist to do it. He said he didn't have time or something like that. So I went to another dentist who I had numerous recommendations from. And from that process, working with him, I just really trusted him and his work. And I ended up getting my teeth fixed, or my teeth capped, within the first 5 months of the year. And again, at no point did I think, oh, I'm going to have the budget for that. No, I'm not going to do that. I was already paying for Europe. I was already paying to go to an international pageant. Again, at no point did I think I'm going to actually go get my teeth fixed. And it was just something that I'd been wanting to do for a few years. And when it's something that is truly going to make you happier and make you just show up as a better version of yourself, why not do that? But it wasn't until this year that I was just happened to be preparing for things that I knew I'd be smiling a lot with, in modeling and in pageants, and that I had mentors in my life teaching me about, the value of $1 and how you should spend it on learning experiences and things that are going to make you grow and feel better as a person. So I one day looked back at my vision board and I realized, oh my God, that's something I don't have to put on my vision board next year, because kind of taken care of. It's here and I'm very happy about it. Thank you, Dr. Coscarella. I appreciate that. So I'll just give you one last snapshot of my vision board. We are at the end of November, which means that I still have 1 month to manifest some new things on here and have them come true. And I'm very, very happy that I made it. I'm definitely going to be making one for next year, and hopefully I can bring you along on that process and show you what my goals are for 2020. So I hope that you all enjoyed that, and if you have any questions, please let me know. In no way am I like an expert on this. I just happen to put some stuff, cut out some stuff, paste it on a board, and this is how some of the things have come true, because when it's in your mind and at the front of your mind rather, not just floating around in the back of your mind, things are more likely to occur. And I'm very happy that these things have, and I'm happy to set new goals and work on some of the previous ones that maybe could have been done a little bit better and manifest them in 2020. If you have any tips or tricks for me, please let me know as well. I'd love to incorporate them doing my 2020 vision board. And I hope that everybody has a great end of the year. Thank you.